Okay, no intro. First, sorry if this isn't sounding or looking as good as it usually does. I'm not home right now. This is my portable setup, so it's not super good. But we've just been slapped with the news that there are some nerfs, and I haven't looked through them, but obviously I can see the one on the webpage there, so you're getting a live reaction from me, and we're going to discuss whatever these nerfs are. I assume it could just be this. So we'll start. This is going to be implemented on Wednesday, September 2nd. So in about a week. In about a week. Time it's recording and uploading. I'll try and get this out today. Right, let's get started then. So okay, summon golem. Summon golem costs 6 to cost 8, and it's still 2 red. But it is now 2 mana more expensive. Okay, so right. Was this needed? Absolutely. Firstly, I think anyone who's been playing the game for more than like a couple weeks, you should appreciate that this was a card that was just too powerful in combination with cost reduction. It was already super good because you could just play it, and there wasn't, unless your opponent specifically planned in advance for you to play it, there was nothing they could do. They were losing both their forces. That was the situation before. Now, with the cost reduction, they could play it and just go, okay, well, even if there was something you can do here, I'm just going to go ahead and not attack. I'm going to leave my whole board here. I'm going to go to your turn. If you don't immediately have a response, which, to be fair, following the buffs, there were a reasonable number of responses. Right, yeah, sorry. Following the buffs, there were a reasonable number of responses someone could do. But again, not all decks, not that common. And, you know, it was just a bit degenerate. It was just a bit unfair to just go, okay, turn 3, I'm just going to go ahead and play this card and remove both your forces, and against some decks I would instant win you the game. I would argue the prevalence of Golem Summoning is actually what allows like the white OTK deck to even exist, because that is a deck that destroying their forces actually gives them advantage because it accelerates them faster and lets them dig for their pieces and get the specific mana they need into their base to do their combo faster. So if you weren't playing red golems, you would actually have a worse time. If you were playing, you would have a worse time, is what I mean. Anyway, that's the context for this. Now it has been shoved to 8 mana. That means probably the fastest you're casting it is like turn 5. Reasonably. I mean, it's a 6 mana card now. That's a lot. 6 mana for 5/1/1s is definitely still good. Is it still good? It's still okay in some decks. In the Golem deck, this is still going to be run, definitely. In Red Battle Spirit, I don't know if it's still going to be run. It is significantly delayed, and that deck has a lot of really good options that were just being pushed out by Golem Summoning. So the fact they don't have that now is just going to change the way the deck plays, I think, and it's done. I don't think you're going to be seeing this anywhere near as much in ranked anymore. And thank God. It was not a fun experience to play against. To play it was pretty fun, but you know, everything degenerate is usually fun to play for a little bit. Okay. Okay. Oh right, oh my God, right. Okay, so the next change is they have removed the dragon tag from Bladra. They have really just gone fuck you to red, haven't they? My God. Personally, there is pretty much nothing unfair about red anymore now. Bladra into Seawell Nova was arguably the most unfair part of red because every deck could do it. It didn't matter what forces you were running. Nothing mattered. You could just hold the Bladra in hand, drop it down, play a Seagworm, board wipe, heal up to 5, and then you got a Seagworm to kill anything that wasn't board wiped, which would usually be one thing. And it was incredibly annoying to deal with. Now they actually have to set up. They leave themselves open to removal. If they've got a board developed, stop them developing the board, because that's going to make it a lot easier for them to abuse Seagworm Novas. I mean, Seagworm Nova is still a fantastic card, but this is another pretty insane change. I can't imagine there's anything else in red they'd want to nerf. I think this is like it. Like, I really don't think there's anything else left. Oh, okay, right. Okay, I just saw what the next card is. So that's it for red. We'll talk about what I think. We'll talk about what I think after the last card, because this one is definitely one I didn't necessarily see coming, but I totally understand. They've removed the skeleton tag from Demo Bone. I get it. I get it, because this basically just meant that purple decks started off with Andros on level 2, which meant they hit level 3 real quick, and if you couldn't deal with their forces early, or if you just basically didn't completely run away with the tempo, that was it. Like, you were not beating that deck. It was really, really, really powerful. It was very hard to lose if you didn't win the early game race, and that is to say, if you drew the early game race, purple would still probably win. You literally had to win. If you lost the early game race, you were definitely losing. So you really had to build up a lot of advantage, which was hard to do. Now, this is a big change because it slows down purple a lot. It means that they are actively going to... So that 1-cost skeleton is now a lot better because it's your cheapest skeleton drop, so you're definitely going to want to be saving those. You're not going to want to just go slapping them down willy-nilly. You will need to be saving those for evolving. Now, going second, this doesn't matter because you would be on 2 mana, then on 4 mana, then on 6, then you'll be on 5, wouldn't you? So if we're going first, where would it be 1, 3, 5 as well? Oh, I can't do the maths right now. I can't remember which, but one of these decks, you would very, very easily just have 6 mana to go. Well, boom, boom, play them both, done. But obviously, I'm pretty sure it's going second. You had the 6 mana. I just can't formulate correct arithmetic at this moment in time. But anyway, yeah, this is... Yeah, it was. It was going second because you could just leave a minion on board and shove it in to give you the 6 mana. Anyway, not the point. This is a big deal for slowing down purple going first. This is a really big deal because now they cannot evolve Yami instantly turn 3. They'll still be doing it pretty quick, I will say, but I don't think it's not going to be as quick, and they are going to be slower. So you do have... They've basically extended that period you have to try and take that tempo from purple to stop them from running away with the match, which is good, I think, which is good. Is that it? Okay, that is the changes. Okay, so let's just read the explanation. Comparing the match data of high-ranking users in Season 8, the Chiron and Phoenix were adopted at the usage rate of the Battle Spirits Red was 26.2%, and the win rate going first was 63.1%. That's a really high win rate, by the way. And then Phoenix Ouroboros was adopted by Purple, and the usage rate of Skeleton Battle Spirit Purple was 16.7%, but the win rate going first was 58.4%. So yes, all of these changes do slow the deck down a lot going first. They don't make a massive difference going second for Purple. For Red, these are just big changes, period. So before I go over my final thoughts, if you want to disassemble the base minions or golem summoning, you'll be getting 800 dust, which is the crafting cost for that, which is nice and easy there. So what do I think this does for the meta? Purple, I think, is still fine, absolutely still fine. This is a big change. This is not a huge change, right? There's not a total nuke. You've lost everything. This just makes them less broken. Now they're just really, really strong. Are they debatably the best deck in the game now, though? Potentially. If it had just been the red nerfs, absolutely. Now, there's a lot of good decks out there, so we'll see. But, good God, red took the L.O. dick. Jesus Christ. This is a big change. I still think red Battle Spirits are really good. They're just definitely not the best deck in the game anymore. Because it was kind of cut and dry before, but now it's definitely not. And also, worth saying, this is really going to impact your ability to farm other content, because golem summoning was just the easy slap it down, brr, farm, right? And now that's a lot slower, so farming might just get a bit more difficult. We're going to have to develop some new deck some new really cheap deck to just tell people, go use this. But that being said, do I believe that red is dead? Absolutely not. Do I believe that purple is dead? Absolutely not. Am I going to put that in the title? Probably. Clickbait is clickbait, and it works. But Yeah, really interesting changes. Necessary changes. I agree with all of them. To be honest, yeah, they were kind of all needed. The game's probably going to be a lot better for it. We are now going to probably see the most diverse meta in the game's history, I imagine. Because there doesn't really seem to be anything that's a cut above the rest. Maybe purple, like a tiny bit, but probably not. So yeah, fantastic changes and really interesting stuff. So if you like this video, drop a like. If you want to tell me your thoughts, please do. Leave them in the comment section, or you can join my Discord where we can talk about this kind of stuff. There's a link in the description, or you can join the Zenonzard community Discord, which also has a link in the description. And subscribe to the channel. Get me to 1,000 subs, would appreciate it. Alright, I'll see you in tomorrow's video, which should hopefully be from a less shitty setup, but we will see. Alright, cheers.